अब्बास जी और बड़े बहुत से नेता उधर भी हैं जो वो रिटायर हो रहे हैं, लेकिन बहुत संयम के साथ ये लोग भी यहाँ पर काम करते आए हैं और सबको, सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी जी भी हैं, तो सभी लोग बहुत अपने विचारों को रख के हमको ध्यान दिया। इसीलिए ये हमारे विचारों के मतभेद हो सकते हैं, लेकिन हम सब मिलके बेहतरीन काम करना है। और खास करके ये सदन परमानेंट हाउस है, ये तो कहीं ये डिसॉल्व होने वाला नहीं है, ये तो चलते रहेगा। इसीलिए ये सिलसिला भी रहेगा कि पुराने लोग जाएंगे, नए लोग आएंगे, ये सदन तो हमेशा चलते रहेगा। तो इसीलिए मैं एक बात आपके सामने कहूँगा कि पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी ने राज्यसभा को नई ताकत और गरिमा प्रदान करने में ऐतिहासिक काम किया। उन्होंने राज्यसभा के सांसदों को पब्लिक अकाउंट्स कमेटी और कमेटी ऑन पब्लिक अंडरटेकिंग जैसी फिनेंशियल समितियों की सदस्यता मिली। पंडित जी ने कभी राज्यसभा के अधिकार को कम नहीं होने दिया और 1953 के बजट में उन्होंने ये साफ कहा, लोकसभा और राज्यसभा मिलकर भारत का संसद बनाते हैं। हमारे संविधान के अनुसार दोनों सदनों की अथॉरिटी के बीच मनी बिल को छोड़कर कोई अंतर नहीं है। ये हाउस भी उतना ही पावरफुल है जितना लोगों से चुना हुआ पार्लियामेंट है। तो और एक बात मुझे याद आ गई और वो लिख लिया था कि प्रधानमंत्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी जब ऑपोजिशन पार्टी में थे, राज्यसभा के मेंबर थे 1987 में, उन्होंने अपना अनुभव बताया और कहा कि बिना राज्यसभा में रहे राजनीति का पूरा प्रशिक्षण का पूरा अनुभव नहीं हो पाता है। मुझे भी ऐसा महसूस हुआ है, क्योंकि मैं 11 बार जीतने के बाद 12वां बार जहाँ यहाँ आया तो उनकी बातें याद आ रही। और उन्होंने आगे ये भी कहा, लेकिन अगर सत्ता पक्ष विपक्ष का सहयोग ले तो बहुत से मसलों पर राष्ट्रीय सहमति का विकास हो सकता है। और मानते हैं इधर बैठने वाले, यानी उस वक्त जो वाजपेयी जी ने कहा कि इधर बैठने वाले हम संख्या में कम हैं, वो बात मैं बोल रहा हूँ अपने लिए, और लेकिन कम है, संख्या में कम है, लेकिन हमारे तर्कों में ज़्यादा बल होता है। और लेकिन कठिनाई ये है कि तर्क गिने नहीं जाते और स्वरों की गिनती होती है। ये वाजपेयी साहब का है, मेरा नहीं है, ये वाजपेयी साहब ने कहा था। तो मैं ये आपको भी यही कर रहा हूँ, कम से कम ये स्वरों की गिनती से भी जो तर्क से हमारे बातें होती हैं उधर आप ज़्यादा ध्यान देंगे, ऐसी बातें मैं कहता हूँ। और लास्ट में सभापति जी, लेकिन अरे सभापति जी खुद गए, रिटायर और टायर्ड नहीं होता कभी राजकारण, तो इसीलिए मैं उसको छोड़ देता हूँ भाई, टायर्ड कोई नहीं होना। और ये भी, और दूसरी बात, एक ही बात मैं कहूँगा कि राधाकृष्णन जी की आखिरी में, कि डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन जी 26 मई 1952 को ये कहा था कि देयर इज ए जनरल इम्प्रेशन दैट दिस हाउस कैनॉट और दिस कैनॉट मेक और अनमेक गवर्नमेंट्स एंड देयरफॉर इट इज ए सुपरफ्लुअस बॉडी, ये चंद लोगों का कहना है। बट देर आर फंक्शंस which a revising chamber can fulfill fruitful. We are for the first time starting under the parliamentary system with a second chamber in the center, and we should try to do everything in our power to justify to the public of this country that a second chamber is essential to prevent a hasty legislation. तो ये उनका कहना है, इसीलिए इस पर हम सभी मिलकर चलेंगे, आगे के लोगों को मार्गदर्शन करेंगे। ये कहते हुए आखिरी में एक ही बात कह के मैं मेरे भाषण को समाप्त करता हूँ। एक है, विदाई तो हर दस्तूर जमाने का पुराना है, विदाई तो है दस्तूर जमाने का पुराना, पर जहाँ भी जाना अपनी छाप कुछ ऐसे छोड़ जाना कि हर कोई गुनगुनाए तुम्हारा ही तराना। ये दौर खत्म हुआ तो क्या, ये दौर खत्म हुआ तो क्या हुआ, एक और नए खूबसूरत दौर की शुरुआत होगी। इसमें भी कुछ और बात थी, उसमें भी कुछ और बात होगी, और आप उसी एक हौसले से आगे बढ़ेंगे रिटायर होने के बाद भी, क्योंकि पॉलिटिशियन कभी रिटायर नहीं होता सर, और सिर्फ एमएलए एमपी बनने के लिए कोई आता नहीं, अपने उसूलों को लेकर यहाँ चुन के आता है और उन उसूलों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए कोशिश करता है। इसीलिए कोई रिटायर होने वाले इसका फिक्र मत करो, आप मजबूती से रहो, हम तुम्हारे साथ रहेंगे कभी भी। इतना कहते हुए मेरे 4 शब्दों को मैं समाप्त करता हूँ। जय हिंद।
धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद जी। श्री ऑनरेबल डिप्टी चेयरमैन श्री हरिवंश जी।
आदरणीय सभापति जी, आभारी हूं आपने बोलने का मौका दिया। कुल 72 माननीय सदस्यों का राज्यसभा में कार्यकाल खत्म हो रहा है। इसमें से अनेक वापस आएंगे, बहुसंख्यक वापस आए, यह मेरी निजी कामना है। पर ऐसे अवसरों के लिए 2 शब्द मैं सुनता रहा हूं, फेयरवेल ऑफ रिटायरिंग मेंबर्स, फेयरवेल और रिटायरिंग। ऐसे भावना प्रधान क्षणों के लिए मैं दोनों शब्द उपयुक्त नहीं मानता। फेयरवेल की जगह सम्मान, उनके काम के लिए सम्मान, उसका आयोजन है ये। रिटायरिंग की जगह नए दौर की शुरुआत, उनके जीवन के नए दौर की शुरुआत। एक अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति ने 74 में राष्ट्रपति कार्यकाल के अंत में आयोजित विदाई समारोह में कहा, यू आर हियर टू से गुड बाय टू अस and we do not have a good word for it in English. The best is au revoir. It's a French word, I think. We shall see you again. Meaning, भारतीय परंपरा और संस्कृति में फेयरवेल हमारा मानस नहीं है, किसी को विदा करने का मानस नहीं है। अनेक भाषाओं में ऐसे शब्द हैं जो पुनः उनके पुनरागमन की कामना करते हैं। और मैं सर कहना चाहूँगा कि तेलुगु में भी एक, जब लोग घर से निकलते हैं तो परिजनों को कहते हैं, बहुत अच्छा शब्द, पोई रापो, जाकर आइए। तो मैं कामना है मेरी कि बहुत सारे लोग पुनः वापस आए, पर जो अपना नया अध्याय जीवन का शुरू करेंगे, मैं मानता हूं कि वो उनका और बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन सामने है। और अनेक लोगों ने जब कार्यकाल ग्रहण किया तो अपना अनुभव के आधार पर बहुत बड़ा एक ज्ञान संसार छोड़ा है जो आने वाली पीढ़ियों को प्रेरित करेगा। अब तक कुल सदस्य जो 1 से या अधिक टर्म तक सदस्य रहे, उनकी संख्या 2282 है 2019 तक। अब तक कुल सदस्य जो 1 या 1 से अधिक टर्म तक सदस्य रहे, उनके रिटायर होने की संख्या कुल 2177 है। यह 2019 में राज्यसभा के 250वें सत्र के अवसर पर प्रकाशित राज्यसभा द जर्नी सिंस 92 की सूचना के आधार पर। सर, यह सदन देश की यूनिटी इन डाइवर्सिटी को रिफ्लेक्ट करता है। एक फेडरल चैम्बर होने के नाते देश की विविधता का प्रतिनिधित्व करता है। लोग अलग अलग राज्यों से अपना ज्ञान संसार, अपना अनुभव लाते हैं। उनके एक्सपर्टाइज और उनके डाइवर्स अप्रोच, अलग थिंकिंग से हम सबको सोचने और जानने का मौका मिलता है। आपने जैसा बताया, कई सदस्यों ने 5 बार कार्यकाल, कुछ ने 4 बार, कुछ ने 3 बार पूरा किया है। उन सब की कमी हम सब महसूस करेंगे, क्योंकि उनके अनुभव से सदन को चलाने में बहुत मदद मिलती रही है। सदन को चलाने के लिए स्थापित नियम और प्रक्रियाएं हैं, और उन्होंने अपने स्पीचेस से, इंटरवेंशन से, कंडक्ट से राज्यसभा को चलाने में बहुत मदद दी है। मैं उन सब का व्यक्तिगत तौर से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं बहुत 2-3 नाम इस रूप में उल्लेख करना चाहूंगा कि लगभग सभी लोगों का कुछ न कुछ बड़ा योगदान है। माननीय के एंटोनी साहब, मैं इन्हें जानता नहीं था, 15-20 वर्ष पहले पढ़ता था राजनीति के बारे में, बहुत गहरी रुचि थी, जानता था। एयरपोर्ट पे खड़ा था, वो आए, केरल में राजनीति करते थे, बड़े महत्वपूर्ण पदों पर रहे थे, और पीछे 3-4 लोग हम खड़े थे, उसके पीछे टिकट के लिए खड़े हो गए। हमारी नजर गई, हम आ लगे कि सब लोग स्वतः पीछे चले गए, कोई मेरा परिचय नहीं। उन्होंने पुनः इनकार कर दिया, वो पीछे गए। तो ये पब्लिक लाइफ में इंटीग्रिटी, ऑनेस्टी, अपनी सादगी, ये हमेशा हमें प्रेरित करती रहेगी। माननीय आनंद शर्मा, जिन्हें हमेशा मैं रूल्स प्रोसीजर से लेकर पार्लियामेंट्री कंडक्ट के बारे में या बोलते समय गंभीरता और जो ज्ञान कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल चीजों के बारे में, सरकार के बारे में, उनसे हमेशा मैंने सीखा है। ऐसे लोगों का अनुभव मिले, ये मेरी निजी कामना होगी। डॉक्टर सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी, कैसे मैं भूल सकता हूं सर, कि जब मैं युवा था और राजनीति मुझे सबसे अधिक प्रेरित करती थी, तो 75-76 में इसी सदन में जो उनका काम रहा, वो आज भी मुझे प्रेरित करता है। सर, श्री सतीश चंद्र मिश्रा जी, माननीय जयराम रमेश जी, श्री सुरेश प्रभु जी, श्री सरदार बलविंदर सिंह जी, श्री पी चिदम्बरम जी, श्री कपिल सिब्बल जी, श्री प्रफुल्ल पटेल जी, श्री संजय राउत जी, ऐसे अनेक वरिष्ठ सदस्य, इनमें से कई वापस आएंगे, मेरी कामना है, और इनके अनुभव से हम सब लोगों ने बहुत कुछ सीखा है सर। पर इन सीनियर लोगों के अलावा जो हमारे कुछ नए मेंबर्स रहे, जो उन्होंने एक बार में छाप छोड़ी, प्रभावित किया, उनमें से कुछ लोगों का मैं उल्लेख करना चाहूंगा, और सबका कर सकते हैं सर, समय के अभाव के कारण मैं 1-2 आपको बताना चाहूंगा। अभी हाल में महाराष्ट्र के हमारे माननीय सदस्य डॉक्टर विकास महात्मे जी ने 0 आवर में अर्ली हीट वेव अलर्ट का मामला उठाया, और सरकार उस पर स्टैंडर्ड प्रोसीजर तय करे, और सारे सदस्यों का अक्रॉस दी पार्टी लाइन जो समर्थन मिला, वो सचमुच बहुत प्रेरित करने वाला है। माननीय नरेंद्र यादव जी, हमेशा जिस इंसाइट से डिबेट को उन्होंने इनरिच किया है, चाहे फाइनेंस का मैटर हो, टेक्नोलॉजी का मैटर हो, सोशल इश्यूज हो, या दुनिया जिस तेजी से टेक्नोलॉजी में बदल रही है, जिसका असर हमारे ऊपर आने वाला हो, जो फ्यूचरिस्टिक इश्यूज है, जो वर्ल्ड के दूसरे पार्लियामेंट जिन पर डिबेट कर रहे हैं, वैसे ही सूझ को जो उठाते रहे माननीय नरेंद्र यादव जी, वो कैसे हम भूल सकते हैं। माननीय नरेश गुजराल जी, एक बार संसद में मिनिमम सिटिंग की बात उन्होंने उठाई, और उस पर बहुत अच्छी डिबेट हुई। ऐसे अनेक चीजें, ऐसे लोगों का इंटरवेंशन रहा। हमारी क्वालिटी ऑफ डिबेट, नई सूचनाएं लाने, इंसाइट्स लाने, ये काम जो मिला, इससे पूरे सिस्टम को, जो हमारी पार्लियामेंट्री वर्किंग सिस्टम है, इसको इनरिच करने का जो काम हुआ, इसलिए ऐसे सारे लोगों ने किया है जो हमारे रिटायरिंग मेंबर्स हैं, उनके प्रति मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। चाहे सर प्रश्नकाल हो, शून्यकाल हो, विधेयकों पर चर्चा हो, समितियों की मीटिंग हो, आपने समितियों के बारे में खुद उल्लेख किया, जो इन सबका कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है वो अद्भुत है। इन्होंने अपने सदन में अपनी छाप छोड़ी है। मैं ये भी उल्लेख करना चाहूँगा कि हाउस का प्रबंधन करना आसान नहीं है, ये आप सब जानते हैं, और सबका अनुभव इस संदर्भ में, जब निजी तौर पे आप मिलते हैं तो चेयर की कठिनाई महसूस करते हैं। पर हमारे पैनल ऑफ वाइस चेयरमैन में से 2 माननीय सदस्य, श्री सुरेंद्र सिंह नागर जी, श्री सस्मित पात्रा, वो उनका कार्यकाल खत्म हो रहा है। हाउस को सुचारू रूप से चलाने में इन्होंने जो परिपक्वता दिखाई, जो मदद की हमें, मैं उसका आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। मैं थोड़ी बहुत समितियों की चीज़ों को सीखने के लिए पढ़ता रहा हूँ। मैं राज्यसभा समितियों के जो माननीय 9 अध्यक्षों का कार्य खत्म हो रहा है, और जिन्होंने अपने समितियों की रिपोर्टों द्वारा जो चीज़ें की हैं और जो डिबेट्स को इनरिच किया है, वो मैं कैसे भूल सकता हूँ। सभापति जी, यहाँ से जाने के बाद सदस्य समाज और देश की सेवा करते हैं। हम उनकी राज्यसभा में उनके इस एक्सपर्टाइज का कैसे अनुभव ले सकते हैं। 2-3 मेरे मामूली सुझाव हैं कि हर सदस्य जो रिटायर हो रहे हैं, वो और जो नया अध्याय जीवन का शुरू कर रहे हैं, उनके स्पेशलाइजेशन का लाभ कैसे मिले, ये हम देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ जो कुछ हम ओरिएंटेशन का प्रोग्राम करते हैं, ऐसे कार्यक्रमों में उनको पुनः निमंत्रित करें। दूसरी चीज हो सकती है कि वो कैसे अपने अनुभवों को लिखें और हम उन्हें कोई माध्यम बनाकर जोड़ें, ताकि इंस्टीट्यूशनल मेमोरी हमारी मजबूत हो, और वो बाहर जाकर पब्लिक इंगेजमेंट्स के द्वारा नागरिकों और छात्रों को जो राजनीति के बारे में, संसद के बारे में धारणा है, वो बहुत अच्छी तरह बता सकते हैं, ताकि बाहर जो खासतौर से संसद, उसके कामकाज के बारे में जो भी धारणाएं सही नहीं आती, उसको ठीक कर सकते हैं। अंत में मैं 1952 में 14 मार्च 1958 को देश के प्रथम प्रधानमंत्री पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी ने जो कामना की थी रिटायरिंग सदस्यों से, वो मैं कोट सुनाना चाहूंगा हम सबके लिए, जो हमारे लिए भी रेलिवेंट है, जो बाहर जाएंगे उनकी कितनी बड़ी भूमिका होगी, और जो एक्स मेंबर रह चुके हैं उनके लिए भी कितनी बड़ी भूमिका होगी। मैं कोट कर रहा हूं सर, Parliament does not set some kind of an Parliament does set some kind of an example to the rest of the country. As we behave here to each other, towards our work, towards the general public, so to some extent others will behave elsewhere, whether in the state legislatures or in the many other organs of self-government that exist in the country or that are growing up, right way down to that foundation of our democracy, the panchayats in villages. Therefore, on all of us rests this great responsibility, not only to behave as we should behave, but to remember always that 1,000,000 eyes are upon us, and we may not do something that brings the slightest discredit on Parliament or set a wrong line before the people. अंत में मैं अपने सभी साथियों को, जो पहले एक सदस्य के नाते, बाद में डिप्टी चेयरमैन के नाते हमेशा जिन्होंने सहयोग किया, साथ रहे, उनके बेहतर भविष्य के लिए, बेहतर स्वास्थ्य के लिए अपनी शुभकामनाएं देता हूं, अपनी बात खत्म करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद जी, हरिवंश जी। श्री डेरेक ओब्रेन।
So I'll keep it very short today, because actually today is the day for the 72 MPs who are retiring. So this message from me, sir, is to those 72 MPs. I will tell my grandchildren I was in Parliament. And when I was in Parliament, they'd say, two former Prime Ministers used to sit here. Dr. Manmohan Singh, Mr. Devi Gowda, and Mr. Narendra Modi was Prime Minister. I will tell my grandchildren, when I was in Parliament, I saw a world boxing champion practicing fun boxing moves with 2 or 3 male MPs who got nervous seeing the boxing moves. I will tell my grandchildren, when I was in Parliament, I took a ferry car service with another MP, and then realized when I got off at home, I didn't have the 10 rupees to pay for the ferry, so I borrowed the money from a party whose ideology I hated. I will tell my grandchildren, these 72 MPs will say, when I was in Parliament, they passed the farmers' bill, but today we're not going there because today is a solemn occasion. I will tell my grandchildren, when I was in Parliament, there was a central hall there where we would sip coffee, break toast, eat toast, and also lots of gossip. I will tell my grandchildren that one sunny morning in March, can you spot me in that group photograph? And then the grandchild would say, Dada, is that you? You were so young at the time. Thank you, sir, and God bless to everybody who is retiring today.
Thank you. Thank you, Derek. Sri Tiruchi Siva.
Thank you very much, Chairman, sir. Sir, as rightly Derek O'Brien said, today the time has to be for the retiring members. But sir, we are bidding farewell to them, which is always emotional and painful. We have bid farewell at school days, college days, but here it means totally different. We have all come in association. After all, we are matured, well experienced. Sir, I would like to say only one thing to my colleagues who are retiring. There are 72, very prominent, renowned, stalwarts. This is not the end of the road. It's only a bend of the road. They are retiring only from this August House, but their career will see their contributions in various other spheres. But sir, we would miss them. That is a sad part of it. Sir, I would like to say that this August House or this Parliament is the real symbol of integrity. Here only we all confluence, forgetting the states, the languages, the ideologies. Apart from that, only our friendship flourished. And the contributions during the deliberations by these members benefited us a lot. Sir, this is a relay race. Those elders who are retiring leave behind that torch which we people will be carrying. And so also those who will come behind us. Sir, a lot can be told, but as I said, when emotions are at the brink, words will fail. I don't know how I am going to miss all these friends who are going to retire today. Sir, yesterday, Mr. Anand Sharma, he used to borrow pen from me. Now and then turning and ask. Yesterday, he got the pen and told, I won't ask you from tomorrow. I said, don't tell that. But that word struck me. This is a moment, sir. The days or the nights that to come will make us to recollect what we all have been here and what we discussed today here. Sir, I have told Jairam Ramesh many a time, your contributions could be much better in various other fields. He is such a knowledgeable person who can contribute by way of writing. So also so many elders. Sir, I would like to say the nominated members who are retiring. Two filmdoms, Rupa Ganguly and Suresh Gopi, were down to there. Naresh Jadhav. And Naresh Gujral, the son of a former prime minister. And Sambhaji Chhatrapati descending from Shivaji's family. All these people were very, very easy to us. Sir, and sir, three of my colleagues, my party colleagues, are also retiring. R.S. Bharati, very senior party person of our party, the organizing secretary, who is my friend for more than 45 years, very close to our senior leader, Dr. Kalaignar, and the present leader, and a very well-established advocate. And so also T.K.S. Jalangovan. He is also an experienced, well-informed, and he is one of the think tanks of our party. And Rajesh Kumar is a young chap who entered recently. He is the district secretary of our party. But sir, when these people were with me, it helped me a lot carry forward my duties as the floor leader of my DMK party. Sir, I don't say that they are retiring. As you said, I wish some of them to come back. Many of the colleagues. And Sasmit Patra, very short period, who impressed all of us. So I got a lot to say, sir, but only one thing, sir. There are many moments to be cherished, which will be lingering in our minds. The remarkable contributions will be on the record, on the annals of the Parliament history. And as the organizing member of the farewell party, sir, I request all our members, sir, to attend the dinner which we will be hosting in the evening. And we would all like to spend a lighter moment there, because now the moments are very heavy and we are failing worse. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. See, Anand Sharma ji used to return back the pen or used to keep one pen every day?
Always return. He kept the can.
Borrowed means.
And your advice to Ramesh is that you are highly intellectual, there are other forums available. Focus
Sir,
on that.
I used to remove the cap and give the pen.
I remember during my early days in legislature, myself and Jaipal Reddy, we never used to carry, late Jaipal Reddy, we never used to carry pens. So we used to borrow pens from others and then forget to return it to them. We never used to keep it for us, but keep it somewhere. So later I found, whenever both of us were moving in that direction, many of the members, they remove their pens and keep it in their side bag. Sri Prasanna Acharya.
Chairman, sir, for giving me this opportunity to say a few words on the occasion of on this occasion. I am one of the members who is retiring in the month of June, last of June. So, sir, I think possibly this will be my last speech in this house.
For this term. Okay.
Sir, 6 years back when I came to this house as a member of Rajya Sabha, and I took oath in the name of God, and I promised that I will uphold the values of the Constitution, I will uphold the traditions of this great house, and I will uphold the values of this house. And when I'm retiring after 6 years, I'm asking my own conscience, I'm asking myself whether I have fulfilled whatever promise I have given to this country and whatever oath I have taken in this house. So I'm trying to introspect, and I will urge upon all the retiring members, let us have introspection. Whether during the last 6 years, at whatever period we are in this house, we have been perfectly, successfully, and to the satisfaction of our countrymen, we have discharged our duty or not, sir. Sir, when I came to this house, I thought that my feeling was I'm a very experienced member, because earlier I was 3 times in the Lok Sabha, I was 3 times in the Odisha Assembly, I was several times minister. But sir, when I entered into the house, I felt that I'm just a pygmy. When I came across such intelligent, such learned members in this house, so I thought I have a lot to earn. I have nothing learned so far in my long political career. And sir, I remember when in the initial days of my coming to this house, I was sitting in the 4th or 5th bench, and Mr. Naresh Jadhav was sitting by my side. And when I came to know about his experience, about his knowledge and about his career, I was astonished. I felt so proud that I'm a person, such a little fellow, and who has the opportunity by coming to this house, sharing the bench with such learned people like Naresh Jadhav and many other so learned people. Some are ex-vice chancellor, some have written several books, some occupied in the past many important academic positions. So this is our opportunity that our respective parties have given us, sir. Sir, Parliament is just not a monument, sir. We say it is a monument of this country. This building is a monument of this country, sir. But Parliament is not just, I don't take Parliament just as a monument, sir, but it is the living witness of great movements. And in this house also, during the last 6 years, as Derek was directly and directly menacing, during our tenure, we have also witnessed some historical movements, like the bill abrogation of the 370 on Kashmir, and many other bills also we have seen. I do not know whether this house taken the right decision or not. It is the posterity who will decide. It is the history which will decide about the decision of this house, sir. Sir, no doubt, Khagrej was speaking about, he was quoting Atalji, sir. Sir, I agree. Sir, democracy is about majority. No doubt, democracy is about majority, sir. But democracy cannot live without opposition, means the minority. But democracy means it is both the majority and the minority, sir. So when majority prevail, minority should not be ignored. Opposition gives vibration to democratic bodies. I hope both sides, all of us will realize this. Sir, I am thankful, sir, the way you have been encouraging us, the way sometimes when the house is in a very serious situation, there is turmoil, your 1 or 2 sentences of humor that makes everything normal, sir. Sir, it is your greatness, sir. I know you and I know about you since my student days when I was working in the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, sir. Since that day, we know how you're about your personality and how successfully, how in a very amicable way you have been trying to manage this house, and particularly the deputy chairman, sir. When I came in his contact, I was so influenced knowing his past history, a great journalist of this country, and he had the opportunity of working with great men like late Chandrasekharji and all that. So all of you are, sir, inspiring us. Sir, I'm thankful to my leader, Naveen Patnaik, who has selected me, sent me to this house. And since the inception of my party, it is now more than 22 years, he has been giving me various responsibilities to discharge. And sir, I'm proud that once upon a time, during my young age, I had the great opportunity of working under the leadership of a great man of India, that is late Biju Patnaik, sir. Sir, we know Biju Patnaik was not only the Chief Minister of Odisha, he was a great freedom fighter, spent several of young years in the prison, and he was when Biju Patnaik died, sir, you know, on his dead body, the national flag of 3 countries was laid, Indonesia, Russia, and India. So I had the great opportunity of working under such a leader. The Prime Minister is not here, but through other leaders, Naddaji also, President, I will request several times to have raised this house, in this house also, that even posthumously, the highest civilian award in the country should be conferred on Biju Patnaik, the national leader. So, sir, Sasmit Patra is our party young face in this house, and everybody is recognizing his contribution to the house, the way he also, when he was in the chair, due to your grace, how beautifully he was conducting. I hope, and sir, I am proud to say that my party, my leader has already been advising us to maintain the dignity of this house, which you also always advise us, sir. So I am proud that never in the history of this Rajya Sabha, any member of my party has tried to disrupt this house. We have always been trying to keep the high tradition in this house, and assure yourself, whoever is coming after us and the other remaining members of the house will continue to keep that tradition, to cooperate with the house, to cooperate with the chair, and to careful about the dignity of this house. With these words, sir, I once again, I wish well to all the retiring members, sir, and you have been saying, as many people have said, that is, none of us are retired, sir. We are all dedicated to public service. When we started our public service, we never knew that we will be members of parliament, we will be members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, or we will be legislature ministers, sir. It is a process only, and during that process, we have become MPs or MLAs, but we will never retire. But we are not tired, sir, and many of us will retire, and in our place, many new members will come, and I hope whoever come from my party, I reiterate, will continue the high tradition of Vidyaus. With these words, sir, I thank you again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Prasanna Acharya ji, as Prasanna ji said that BJD as a party, even of course, even NCP also, then to my memory, they never entered well and created any disturbance. They made their point, they protested also, but they are maintaining those standards. Dr. K. Keshavarao.
I only share, it's a moment of emotion to me like to many others. I share the sentiments expressed by you particularly, and also Deputy Chairman and the Prime Minister and all the members on this occasion. So one thing in Telugu we always say, Malli Galusdam. So we never say goodbye, we don't say bye. Phir milenge. This is a must for us as far as the Telugu is concerned. Whenever a partner goes, we say Malli Galusdam. So this side of a thing, I'm not expecting all the 72 will come back to. But at the same time, to take on record the contribution of ministers will certainly come back. The 4 ministers who are retiring, who have been really, whose contribution has been praiseworthy. So they'll come back, it is my wish and vision. So as the Prime Minister said, both experience and knowledge, they have their own great role to play in any national polity. But when you combine them, they make a good polity. So that I hope will be imbibed by the members who are continuing here. We'll use their experience and our experience and the knowledge, the wisdom of the people who are retiring and also those who are here. This. Sir, the contribution for us, you are saying, is well known to all of us. So I have nothing more to add. One thing I'll say that as you have yourself said, only I'm trying to repeat what you have said at the risk of repetition. Nobody is tired here. They are getting into larger, wider vistas where they have a chance to share their knowledge and wisdom with others, as the Prime Minister also said. You go out from this small place to the outside where you give yourself. I cannot take one name because I have to take 72 names here. Otherwise, a good friend like Gujralji or Ramelji who are there, or the Anandji there, I'm just taking because I'm seeing their faces. Otherwise, all are equal. They have really given to this house what they could, and they have given us the best, and we have learned. And as Derek said, it is not his grandchildren who will remember the great names he has said. But I remember because I've been here for 16 years, from Swaminathan to Jalan Sahib and whatnot. So all those people I remember to myself. And so I'll pass it on to my grandchildren, what kind of a house it has been and what kind of a house it is. So that the knowledge that we get here, the knowledge, as Acharya said, we learn more, we have learned more then given anything to this House. Thank you very much, sir.
You tell our grandchildren that there was a member like Derek Oberon. At times when he decides, he speaks very constructive. He decides. Sri V. Vijay Sai Reddy.
Mike. Thank you, Chairman, sir. Sir, I have been fortunate enough to be member of this August House under your leadership, you being the chairman. Good. Sir, it's really, I'm very happy to say that under your chairmanship, who always maintained the discipline in the August House and also the values. And for 6 years, 5 years have lapsed, sir. I never dreamt that I could make it to this house, August House, because I was only a chartered accountant practicing in Chennai. But I should, at the same time, I should express my gratitude to my revered leader, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, for sending me to this August House. And I'll be failing in discharging my responsibility if I don't say that Congress party is also responsible for sending me to this August House. Had Congress party not foisted the cases, I would not have come to this August House.
Oh my gosh.
So, in fact, Jairam Rameshji has got a special place in my heart, sir, because he always guided me. Really also. I'm not joking, sir. He really also
God spoiled his life.
Today also to speak against
Please.
Sir, at this juncture, I would like to make a mention that I belong to one small, I hail from one small village, Talapudi by name, Talapudi, and the constituency, we both belong to the same constituency, sir. And really I am fortunate to work under your leadership, sir. Chairman. Today, sir, we bid farewell to many members in this August House who have over time become the friends and also the family members, sir. So I can never forget the guidance that has been given by Naresh Gujralji, who has first given the guidance to me as to, because before I become a member, I have approached him, and when Arun Jaitley ji was the finance minister, he has guided me properly, and I am thankful to Naresh Gujral ji and Rupa Ganguly ji also.
No problem. Okay.
So, sir, I'll be probably, I expect T.G. Venkatesh Garu also to come back and head the tourism and tourism committee, transport committee. I've been made aware how he likes to compete with the commerce committee, my committee. So always you have been telling that the tourism committee is always ahead of me, and I was also trying to become above the transport committee, sir. And particularly, sir, Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharamanji, Madam, is one of the most diligent ministers in the Modi ji's cabinet, sir. That is what I sincerely and honestly feel. She is aware, Madam is aware of the importance of her position as Finance Minister and gives us a very patient hearing whenever we seek an appointment, sir. I have met her so many times on various issues of the state, and Madam has been kind enough and very approachable to YSR Congress Party, sir. And as Jairam ji, I have already told, sir, probably the most liked person to me personally, and most disliked person for the people of Andhra Pradesh. Because the state has, he is the person who people of Andhra Pradesh considered to be the person for bifurcation of the state, sir. But personally, he is very good friend of mine, sir.
No aspirations, casting aspirations. personal.
And due to paucity of time, sir, I would not be able to refer to everybody. I wish all the persons who are retiring I would like them to come back to the again to the Parliament, and I am sure if they are not re-elected, we will continue to serve the people of the country, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Sri Vijay Sareddy. The Vedamaram Karim, before Sri Karim makes this thing, there is a letter I received from Vinay Viswam, honorable member of this house, that he wanted to say a few words today about the retiring colleagues, but he will not be able to do it because of his absence. He met me and explained to me also that he will be away from Delhi, and he wanted it just to be mentioned in the house. Vinay Viswam is a very hard-working member. We are all aware of it. He sent this letter. Sri Vedamaram Karim. Please, Mike.
Thank you, sir. I wish very best to all retiring members, honorable members. Somebody may come back, and I am sure that everybody will be very active in social life and political life with people. Sir, from Kerala, 3 elected members are retiring. Shri A.K. Antony ji, Shri Soma Prasad, and Shreyams Kumar. I have very close relation with the 3 leaders. And 2 other members, one nominated member, Shri Suresh Gopi, and Alphonse, he is selected from Rajasthan. They are also retiring this period. It is very painful, sir. We could not see some face in this house. So I am thinking that I can't look at this seat in the absence of Anand Sharma. His service to this house, whenever a serious issue comes, his interferences, interventions on constitutional issues, on political debates, sir, it is rememberable. During the discussion of Kashmir in the recent days, the instrument of accession he pointed out in this house at a particular time, his intervention was very, very crucial. Such interventions may lose. Sri Jairam Ramesh, my close friend, while he was minister, I happened to be a minister in Kerala state. Our relation was very hot, very cordial. Shri A.K. Antony ji, Chief Minister of Kerala and Central Minister, Union Minister here, during that period, I still remember, he was very helpful to the development projects of Kerala. And some other members also, we have good relations. Sir, while we are debating, we strongly argue for our points. Sir, in democracy, obedience only in the democracy. Mahatma Ji told, responsible disobedience. I stand there, sir. Disobedience in certain occasions, it is not a disrespect to this house. Sometimes we are compelled to do so. Sir, even though we are keeping our relationship, our personal relationship, working with the standing committees and working with other occasions, we have strong personal relation with us. I hope that I am very lucky to be here, work with all these stalwarts, particularly Honorable Chairman. While I came here, 2 former Prime Ministers are sitting as members of this house. See, such a experience I can't remember in my life. Say one day we all have to retire. Retire, not only retiring from this house, we are compelled to retire for our life also. But our experience and our contributions will be remembered the rest of the people. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Karimji. Dr. Tambidurai.
Chairman, sir, this is a occasion which have to remember honorable members who actively participated in the debates, as you said, and also 72 members of this August House are about to retire. There is a difference between an employee of the company retiring and a politician ending his term of office. Some of these 72 may return to this House. Sir. I hope they will come back. Sir, our friends, especially I have to tell my Tamil Nadu, my party members, Navanidhi Krishnan is here. He's a guide for us, for AG and our chairman of the Public Service Commission.